Hey. Oh, sorry about the delay there. How long have I been debugging? Like 15 minutes? Give me a moment. Good morning, everybody. Today we are playing Final Fantasy XIV, and I think we might be able to make it to Leviathan. Maybe not now. I had to debug some streaming issues for half an hour, but I think there's a good chance we can make it there. Let's talk to Alphino. As we speak, the Domans prepare for departure at Vesper Bay, where from they will be transported by carriage to Ul'dah. That said, this has all been decided rather suddenly, and it would not surprise me if the refugees required some assistance in coordinating their preparations. Hold, I would have you return to Vesper Bay and facilitate the process through tasks great and small. In short, whatever must needs be done, do it. Speak with a man named Hosan when you arrived, as Lady Yugiri tells it. He has been designated the leader of the first group. Old Hosanna, don't you cry for me. But yeah, we had some issues early in the morning. Now hold up, where is Hosan? Vesper Bay. Got tickets to that. But my YouTube chat wasn't working, and I don't know how long it's been down. Possibly for weeks. Like, I don't normally get views on YouTube. I get them on Final Fantasy. YouTube's weird like that. The only way I can get an audience is by already having an audience. And Final Fantasy XIV is the only one that seems to grow an audience on YouTube Live, but it's helped. Greetings, Alphino informed me that a scion would be arriving to help with preparations. I'm honored to meet you, though shamed as well. A great warrior should not be tasked with such trivialities. I knew from a glance what manner of man you were. I too have some skill at arms, as do many people. What gave it away? Is it the giant axe and the horns on my hat? Pray forgive this trifle, but might I trouble you to help round up the children that have been given into my care? They're the most adept at staying hidden from my sight, but perhaps your keen eyes will succeed where I have failed. You have my thanks, friend. Pray seek out my son, Yozan. He can tell you more. Yozan. I like that your name rhymes with your dad's name. Should name my son, young man, Sugarheart. Hello there. I'm Yozan, son of Hosan. Will you be coming with us to Ul'dah? I hear we're traveling by horse-bird-drawn carriage. But don't you think they're queer? Giant birds that people ride like horses? I want to try riding one, but... What's that? You're looking for the others? Don't worry, I already told them to get ready for the carriages. I'll need your help, though. We were just finishing a game of hide-and-seek. 3 players are still in hiding. And since Lady Yugiri told us to take it really seriously, they won't move until they're found. But Vesper Bay isn't that big, so I'll bet you can find them in no time. Alright, where are you little punks? Classic. Hey, you're not Yozan, who are you? I'm Koharu. Old Sugarheart, eh? I didn't know who anyone else was. Wait a minute, you're one of those stallions, aren't you? That's right. No, scions. Scions! Then You must know Lady Yugiri, right? Isn't she great? She's really good at hide and seek, too. All right, it's almost time to go. Nice meeting you, old Sugarheart. This guy's name is Bashful Geyser. That's adorable. Oh, I see you hiding, child. Are you playing? Ugh, no fair. Yozan didn't say anything about adults. Huh? We get to ride in a horse-bird carriage. I don't know, it sounds scary. But if Yozan says it's safe, I'll go. These children are surprisingly easy to kidnap. Ha! Nope. Now, if I were another hiding child... I'd probably dress up as a Lalafell, to be honest. No children in the bar. Trying not to cheat and use the bird, but it might come to that. Let's see. They're not in that place where I hid those corpses that one time. Let me guess, you punks are on one of the rooftops. I didn't want to do this because it felt like cheating. But if you're up here... I didn't realize there were stairs. Sorry for cheating. How'd you find me? I guess I need to practice more. Or maybe you're just good at this? I mean, the Garleans didn't find me. Actually, kind of surprised I don't have viewers yet. Let me double check some stream settings. I do appear to be live. That is public. Yeah, no, I'm everywhere. I think I scared people off with technical difficulties. That's fine, we can just hang out together. You and me, person watching this 10 years after it's recorded. Wonderful. All the children are accounted. Hide and seek. I see. I see that you are curious. It's quite simple, really. Lady Yugiri thought it best that the children know what to do in case the Garleans found us. I should hope that those days are behind us, but I nevertheless take comfort knowing that we're prepared. You gotta teach him the code words like up here, though. I've got a code word for shouting when my kids hide and seek and are never found. Ollie ollie oxen free. And so if you shout that, they're required by law to reply, here I am. Anyway, that's how you find and kidnap my children. Next quest. The caravan is due to depart shortly, followed by the rest at regular intervals. My family and I, including my stubborn old father, Home, will be traveling in a lead carriage together with young Koharu, whom I believe you've already met. Though I understand the road to Ul'dah is regularly patrolled by your brass blades, it would give us great comfort if you would agree to accompany us on the journey. Once again, I thank you for your kindness. When you're ready to leave, please inform our coachman. Okay. Now, I say I've given you instructions to kidnap my children, but the secret is they don't follow instructions. And they don't trust anybody. And even if they did trust anybody, they don't listen to anybody. Isn't that right? Eager to be off, are you? Well, I was meaning to have a word with you about that. Runner of the Blades might says we might have a problem. Fierce-looking beastie's been sighted out of the south of the bridge to Hammerley. Might be, as someone's eyes are playing tricks on him, of course, but I don't pay to gamble in this business. Now, if you can handle yourself in a fight, I know you can handle yourself in a fight, but this lot here's another story, so I was thinking you might go off ahead and have a look around, make sure the area is safe like, and if you come across anything dangerous, you know what to do. When you're satisfied the way is clear, meet us outside Horizon. The Blades tell me the road there is safe, so I reckon we can make it that far on our own. Assuming the self-same bastards don't try to rob us, that is. Someone said that the Fat Chocobo theme is just a modified version of the regular Chocobo theme. And I don't quite hear it, but I'm like musically dumb, so it might be the case. What I do know is that Fat Chocobo theme has been a thing since Final Fantasy III. I mean like the real Final Fantasy III, not 6-3. It's also nice that he runs for greens, but he flies for cake. I mean, dude, same. Wandering Eye. Look respectfully. Went to parent-teacher conferences with my kids. Or for my kids the other day. My son is great at school, but terrible at friends. My daughter is great at friends, but terrible at school. Like, they both have the capacity to do either. It's just whatever they want to do, you know? So there was a beastie. So there was a beastie. Was being the operative word, eh? Now we're having a party? And music wasn't invited? Well fought, sir, well fought. If only I were in better health, I should have been proud to stand at your side. Pay my son no mind. He forgets that his responsibilities preclude acts of daring do. Be that as it may, I cannot help but envy you. Had you been able to call upon heroes of your strength and skill in Doma, things would have gone very different. But we cannot change the past. Those who fought and fell are lost forever to us. Lost but not forgotten, Lady Yugiri's kinsmen least of all. They fought fiercest, though they knew full well it was in vain. She had every right to walk away, yet she chose to stay. Food, shelter, the promise of a better life. All this we, and more we owe to her. How does one even begin to repay such a debt? In kind, Father. To she who has given everything, we shall give our all. Whatever work there is to be done, we shall do without question. Ditch digging, bricklaying, it matters not. Revenant's toll will grow and prosper by our hands. Ah, that sounds swell. Yeah, these act like my kids. Hey, Mr. Old! Koharu and I want to know why you became an adventurer. Money. Money, eh? Yeah, I want money too. I could do a lot of things if I had some, well, any. It's my turn now. Excuse me, Mr. Old, I've got a question. What's Revenant's Toll like? Is it pretty? It is a bustling outpost frequented by countless adventurers. You mean there's lots of people who are just as strong as you? Oh, I can't wait. Enough, Koharu. It's my turn again. Mr. Old, when I'm older, I want to be strong like you. What do I have to do? Push-ups. Train every day. Aha, so my father was right. How do you do it then? Come and tell me. Don't leave anything out. Alright. That's enough questions for Mr. Old. It's not fair. Why does Yogazan get to ask 2 questions? I want to know about adventuring just as much as he does. Just one more, please. Do you think I could be an adventurer like you one day? Yeah. Really? Then I will. Thanks for the advice, Mr. Old. I won't forget it. I'm gonna be an adventurer too. When we get to Revenant's Toll, let's make an Adventurers Guild for Domans. Then we'll protect our friends and punish the wicked, just like Mr. Old and Lady Yugiri. Yeah, just like Mr. Old and Lady Yugiri. We can talk more about it on the in the carriage on the way. Will you be joining us? Yeah. Hello again. Hope you're having fun in Final Fantasy XIV. I am. Like, it's become a highlight of my week. I look forward to Final Fantasy Fridays every week. I tried to sneak in a Final Fantasy Wednesday, but I think I died. It's hard to remember. You lose a lot of perception rolls when you die. Alright, speak with Alphino at the quicksand. Yeah, well, it's not far. We'll walk. I like kids. I was at the park with my kids when some stranger's kid came up to me and said, "You remind me of my grandma." And I'm like, "Oh?" And she's like, "Yeah, she's fat too." And I'm like, "Ah, you're the best." You think you're level 41? Oh, nice. Although your story quest is at level 40 or at level 29. I know some servers have an EXP boost. Now, are you doing a bunch of side quests, or are you just on one of those servers that gives you 1,000,000 XP? Because I'm on the latter. I get 1,000,000 XP whenever I do a quest, which is actually pretty good. There's this point, I think, in Heaven's Word where you start leveling up from 60 and you can get stuck there for a long time. And you have to like grind dungeons, but I'm hoping that's not the case with the EXP boost on. What do you think, Alphino? Ah, Old. I take it the first group has arrived. Excellent. Is there aught else? No? No? I have matters well in hand here. You and Lady Yugiri should travel to the Revenant's Toll forthwith. I do like to fend. I have to give a slight breather in between quests so that I can split the video more regularly. Is it past time? It is past time Lady Yugiri met with the guild representatives in Revenant's Toll. Since I do not foresee any further matters arising here in Thanland which might require your personal attention, I would instead have you serve as an escort to the Doman delegation for the duration of the journey. Speak first with Slaftborn upon your arrival. He is the one with whom the Domans will be working most closely, I should think. Afterwards, introduce Lady Yugiri to Menphilia and the guild emissary. If both meetings go well, the resulting ties should stand the Domans in good stead for that which is to come. Safe travels, old. Initially, you didn't know when the good experience, how the experience curve was, so you did do all the optional quests. But now you're intentionally avoiding them and focusing on story quests only? Yeah. There are a few, like, really good side quests that I'd recommend. Like, you should dip your toes into Hildebrand, see if you're into that. And then there's ones that unlocks things that are special, like Glamours or the Golden Saucer. Usually, I want to say those things have like a little blue icon over them, like this. But I don't think that's always the case. What do you think, Slaftborn? Although you did look up the quest for Glamour and got that one, that's the one exception. That's the one exception I've made so far. Although, like, my warrior gear looks good enough that I haven't bothered with Glamours too much. We probably will when we unlock Astrologian. And this must be the esteemed Lady Yugiri and her associates. I greet you all as friends, and I bid you welcome to the Toll. I hope you did not find our dearth of fineries off-putting, but poor though we may seem, we have wealth of spirit and camaraderie to spare. You see, race and creed don't enter into it here. We welcome all sorts, provided they're willing to earn their keep, of course. We're no strangers to hard work, Master Slaftborn. You may rest assured that we will carry out your orders with due diligence. Not for a moment did I doubt your commitment, my lady. Pray understand I give the same speech to all new arrivals, and you needn't bow your head or call me master either. We're both frontier hands as far as I'm concerned. As you wish, Master Slaftborn. May this meeting mark the beginning of a long and fruitful relationship. Our guests have yet to meet the antecedent. 7 hells, old. Why are you wasting time with me? See them to the rising stones. Okay. Glamours are confusing. Yeah. I did figure it out slightly. Let me see if I have a glamour plate. I got this one. Like, the second I unlock glamours, I put on what I could. Like, it's mostly mithril, but I don't think I was high enough level for mithril pants. How do I unapply? I don't know how to unglamour. Well, shoot. This is how I live now. To whom much is given, much is expected. Forgive me. I require to compose my thoughts before meeting with your leader. I shall join you at the Rising Stones anon. Think I need a glamour dispeller? That would probably be a thing. Yeah. How many of these glamour dispellers do I have? I have one. Well, shoot. I guess I look like this now. You can buy it from my grand company. Oh, okay. That's a whole side adventure I'm not willing to have right at the moment. Honestly, I should just go and like try to match the glamours. One of these buildings is the Rising Stones. Gotta be this one, right? Hey. Goobert. My good friend. You liked your glamour outfit, your original outfit, so you had to make a glamour plate with it? Fair. It's so weird that you can swap glamour plates freely, but you can't turn them off for free, right? I kind of assumed I could. That's why I played with it. Tis no use. Our attempts to reach the students of Baldesian continues to meet with failure. Urianger has explored other avenues of inquiry, but they too have yielded not. We will persevere, of course, yet with our hearts. The truth is clear. We are but awaiting confirmation of which we already know. How fare the Domans? I'm given to understand you were kept quite busy in Vesper Bay. Mayhap you question the wisdom of aiding refugees when the primal threat remains unresolved. I should not blame you if you did, nor would I deny that this matter falls outside our normal purview. Be that as it may, I could not ignore the plight of these refugees, not when it was within our power to help them. Lady Yugiri is here. Please show her in. I should like to meet her very much. We have no objections. Pray do so with our blessing. Your answer pleases me beyond words, my lady. But are you quite certain? We have no way of knowing how many might answer my summons. In the event a revenant's toll could not accommodate us all, we would need to find an alternative solution. Should that come to pass, we will find it together. As ever, it's been a pleasure, antecedent. Alas, we must take our leave as our first carriages are due to arrive any moment. Should you require aught else, pray speak to Slaffborn Lady Yugiri. Old. Miruku. Hi, Sugar. Gonna drop a lurkies. Happy streaming. Happy lurking to you. I always appreciate knowing you're here. Lamin and I will make the necessary preparations to ensure that our Doman friends feel at home upon their arrival. Though I must admit that I am still troubled about the matter of the missing crystals. Y'shtola should be returning anon with a report from a field. Mayhap you could wait here and speak with her upon her arrival? Okay.
How goes the fishing? Caught anything slippery?
Aye. Our suspicions were well founded. The serpent reavers are indeed the culprits.
The plot thickens.
Has there been any movement in Thanalan?
It has been blessedly quiet. Which is to say the Amalja are being no more or less of a nuisance than usual, summoning a Efreet with such crystals as they have hoarded. Urianger, too, reports not out of the ordinary.
Then we have our explanation.
Your explanation for what, pray tell?
For the recent spate of crystal thefts in Thanalan, we naturally assumed that the trail would lead us back to the Amalja. Yet it did not. It led us across the sea unto Vilbrand.
Vilbrand? There have been reports of increased Sahagin activity of late. Oh gods, they mean to summon Leviathan?
That is the way of it, I fear. Whilst conducting our investigation on behalf of the mineral concern, we came upon evidence implicating the serpent reavers. With the aid of the Maelstrom, I was able to verify our suspicions. 'Tis only a matter of time before Leviathan returns to harrow the seas. But there is more. One of the Sahagin, an elder by my judgment, spoke of attaining the gift and knowledge of eternity.
Sorry, I had to do it. I wanted to moan too.
Such a disturbance in the ether. If I did not know better, I should think this device defective. And there is the explanation.
That is the coolest hat.
Soon, soon it shall begin. Our Lord shall rise midst surging waves to wash away the finless ones. And I shall be granted the gift and knowledge of eternity, and with the emissary stand equal. Then shall I know no cessation, no oblivion.
Whence comes this promise of immortality? The emissary? We have outstayed our welcome.
The gift and knowledge.
Are the two of you quite well?
Pretty quite well.
You shared that vision, did you not? Even before the Sahagin made mention of the emissary, I recognized Elidibus's words. He is behind this.
All right, Sherlock.
But surely it is not within his power to grant the echo.
My lady, unless we act swiftly, Leviathan will rise again. The Admiral has already requested that we intervene to prevent this. Failing that, we are to attend to the primal's extermination.
She will have our full cooperation. Let us make haste to Limsa Lominsa. I mean to play a part in this mission. Tataru, pray, take charge in my absence.
My lady, are you sure this is wise?
I am aware of the risks, but there is something I must see with mine own eyes. The true nature of the Echo.
Okay.
Very well. I shall not stand in your way. On the condition that you permit me to accompany you as bodyguard.
Your company is ever welcome, Thancred.
I take it something ill is afoot.
Aye, a primal is about to be loosed upon Eorzea.
A primal?
A godlike being whose very existence is a bane upon the land. We scions of the Seventh Dawn are sworn to put an end to their kind.
I see. Know then that I am learned in the arts of war. In return for the kindness you have shown my people, I would lend you my blade.
It would be most welcome. When contending with a primal, one can never have too many able allies. If you crave a more intimate understanding of the problems facing Eorzea, this experience is like to provide it. Be sure to come well prepared.
Yugiri's like, lady, I'm level 70. There's nothing here that can bother me. Everything you read suggests you need glamour dispellers, even though you applied it via a dispeller plate. Although you can later put your current gear into the dresser and get the look back. Yep. Sorry about that. I would have warned you if you knew better. That's fine. I clicked the button so fast you wouldn't have had a chance to. And besides, I did put this glamour together because I kind of like the look. Like, I like the traditional, like, shiny steel look. The problem I have with it is that I don't have mithril pants to match the mithril armor. And I think my Masada there, my hat, is not mithril either. And of course I've got cooler axes than this these days too. Actually, this is just a good looking axe. Very practical, very old school. Like, rather than dispelling the look, here's my plan. When we queue up to fight Leviathan, I'm going to, like, try to find better pants and a better shirt. Or a better pants and a better face mask, maybe an axe. And we'll continue through the rest of A Realm Reborn like this. Plainly, should the worst come to pass and Leviathan is summoned, your only recourse will be to face him in battle. Given past experience, you may very well think that eventually that eventuality inevitable. Yet, so long as there is even a chance that the primal's return might be prevented, we must needs bend all our efforts towards achieving that goal. Before we do aught else, let us hasten to Limsa Lominsa and meet with the Admiral. She will not have been idle in the intervening time, and will doubtless have valuable information to share. Like, there's gonna be very few times that, like, I actually edit my glamour. I did it really early on, because when you start Final Fantasy XIV, you get, like, a bad case of clown suit going on. And so, like, I wanted to get it as fast as possible, so, like, I could have matching armor at the very least. Here's my map. Actually, We are in my hometown, so this would be a good place for me to play dress up. And I think I have some matching pants in my inventory. We'll check the market board real quick. These are good instincts to develop. Fashion is the true endgame. Yeah. So what we're going to do fashion-wise is every time we change jobs, which will be once an expansion, once we hit like level 50, if they need to be like grinded upwards, we'll find some nice what am I doing? Mithril. Those are weapons. Mithril armor. Stop that. Head warrior, yeah. How do I search specifically for armor of the head? Am I insane here? Alright, hang on. Let's see. Mithril Salata, Barbet, Mithril Masail. There are none of those. Okay, cool, cool. What about pants? Yeah, I'll take those cheap pants. Those are Sabatons, though. Kalijis? These might be nicer. Little Bunny Snoo Snoo. That's a great name. Ew. Mithril Flanchards, obviously. Whoa. 150. Hi, kitty. You making noises? Alright. I think we got what we need. Let's go play dress up. They let you link your glamour plates to gear sets, but they don't give you enough plates for every class. Ooh. Can you buy more plates as like a microtransaction? Not that I ever would. Hello, hi, Gentle Vibes. How are you doing? Don't forget you can right click and try on before you buy these things. Ah, it's true. I do know that. I just have like faith. How do I get to my room? It's you. I talked to you. Greetings, lad. Take me to the inn. Finally managed to catch another stream. Missed hanging out here. I missed you too. Is your new job keeping you that busy? Okay. Let's see if I remember this. Do I store things in the armoire? These are the things I have stored. Weird. Alright, so I got the head thing. I don't know how many glamour things I have. Let's find I needed to check the mailbox, don't I? There a mailbox up here? No. Things have been hectic with the job and personally. The past month has just been go, go, go. Yeah, mine too. It's almost like the real world doesn't care about me playing video games, which is just nonsensical. Where is my Moogle? My poor viewers on YouTube. They want to see me play the game, and here I am. There's a Moogle. Hustle, hustle, hustle. It costs a glamour gem per piece, so make sure I choose wisely. Yeah. That's not the right Moogle. There's gotta be a male Moogle next to here, right? Delivery Moogle. Where are you? Find the delivery Moogle in the aft castle. Thank you. Well, I'm fine. Well, yeah, I know people who are watching the stream just to like have a good time are gonna have fun. But I'm like chopping these videos up by quest for anybody who wants to like Google how to do a particular quest. Not that they're at all complicated. New letters. Yeah, there's all my thank yous. Where do I get my glamours? Didn't I get a mithril Meseta? I did. I ordered one. I've got mithril flanchards in my pants. Is there... Am I dumb? When I order something in the market board, doesn't it go to the Moogle? Glamour Prism can be bought from the Grand Company vendor and bought through the market board. I think you also get a lot of glamour plates just doing the main storyline, right? Or glamour prisms. I feel like it happens very occasionally. Where's my stuff? Buy stuff, it goes straight either into your inventory or armory. Yeah. Did I not click on the mithril Meseta? Because that's what I was looking for. Oh, they didn't have that, right. I remember now. They said, you don't deserve mithril. You get a mithril Elmo, but no, I'm good. I'll take a mithril Salada then. Yeah, glamour plates are given through quest a lot. Yeah. Like, if you're really, really into glamour, which is, you know, a lot of people's things. then yeah, you do need to like buy glamour plates, but they're fairly cheap on the market board if I remember. I think there's a lot of people who just don't care about glamours. They're in here somewhere. Like usually when you get like gear, you have like a whole set. Alright. See, it says store an item, but I've got all these things here. Alright. Head. Let's start with the pants, because those are the things that match the least. Let's see. I've got a couple of mithril flanchards. Apparently I tried this before. I was probably like level 42. Alright. Got some mithril flanchards in here. I'll throw in the mithril plated calagiers. And we'll get the sabatons in there. I don't have any glamour prisms. Okay. I was worried about that. Edit glamour plates. Oh, that is not what I expected them to look like. Whoops. Wow. Little Goldie on the pants. I think I have made a horrible mistake. I think we keep the skirt. Discard all changes. Never mind. All that and this was the best look. This is what I get for not trying on. But since we've already wasted this much time, should we buy some glamour crystals? Apparently I need some grammar crystals as well. Glamour. So cheap. Why wouldn't I buy a bunch? Never mind. Those didn't seem very cheap. Feel like I read that wrong. Alright. Let's try on some real warrior pants. And I wanted to filter these down a bit so the gross stuff wasn't on here. Coliseum Subligar? That's probably terrible, isn't it? Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. There's the flanchered. Sentinel's trousers. Are those... Yeah, that's leopard print. This is terrible. Okay. You know what? No. I'll play dress up on my own time. I won't waste any more looking through like ERP garments. Hi, and now you're on Twitch. Welcome. Did I do the Halloween event yet? No. I'm sticking to the main storyline. I highly encourage everybody to do the main or all the event quests, but for the sake of consistency, I'm only doing main story quests. You're expected. Pray take this lift to the command room. It is hard to stay on track, but we're trying. Welcome, friends. I take it Ishtola has apprised you of the situation? Let's waste no time then. According to our best intelligence, the Sahagin had not crystals enough to summon their god. Alas, we did not count on the Serpent Reavers venturing as far as Thanalan to supplement their cache. For our short-sightedness, we're faced with the grim prospects of Leviathan's imminent return. Needless to say, I'm not inclined to let fishbacks have their way. Even as we speak, the Maelstrom makes ready to launch a large-scale operations to thwart their summoning, and we would welcome the Scion's support in this endeavor. But if, God forbids, our efforts should come to naught, I will need to trouble you for more than mere support, much as I did when Titan last walked these lands. Lady Minfilia, I'm given to understand you mean to accompany our soldiers to the front lines. I can only assume that you have sound reasons for doing so. I do, Admiral, but I would rather not be drawn into their nature. I will say only that there is something I would see with mine own eyes. Is that so? Well, I'm not so stubborn as to deny the wish of ones whose aid I require, but precautions must be taken. I shall require that you remain by my side at all times. With that settled, let us speak of our operation. Old Maelstrom scouts are currently reconnoitering Sahagin movements within the Sapsa spawning ground. Sorry, the word reconnoitering. Reconnoitering? Reconnoit? That one ruined me. Upon completing their mission, they will return to the operations staging point at Camp Skull Valley. I want you to make your way there forthwith, that you might be apprised of the latest intelligence. Commander Falkbreda has charge of the garrison. Falkbreda? Hardly know her. The first way you said it? Okay, thank you. I've never heard that word out loud in my life. Try padded linens with Sabaton footwear to cover. The Sabaton footwear covers up the legs. You kind of like the pants, yeah. So I've got like my skirt, which looks nice. I did get the Sabatons, but they had like solid gold on them. And I'm not trying to bling out. It doesn't match my top half. I'll get it sorted on my own time, off stream. Since I've accidentally kind of committed myself to do so. Where's Camp Skull? Western Lanoska. I hate it when I have to pull out the mouse because I don't know how to drive. I mean, we're level 56 now. That means like the first Realm Reborn endgame gear is available to us. We should be able to put together a nice outfit. Like, it exists out there somewhere. Who am I talking to? Falkbrita. You up here? Sorry, ad break. Okay. How's everybody doing? Got the Yugiri, we got Storm Lieutenants. Let's stare down the Falkbrita. But yeah. You're back. Cool. I held the story up for you. I've been expecting you, Scion of the Seventh Dawn. On behalf of the men and women here, I thank you for your cooperation. The safety of our citizens is paramount. With your aid, we will prevent the Leviathan's return. And? As you may know, Maelstrom scouts have been dispatched to Reconnatura at Sapsa spawning grounds. Though it pains me to admit it, the Maelstrom has never faced a foe of the likes of this before. We must proceed with all due caution. Among other things, they have orders to determine where Leviathan might emerge, assuming it comes to that. And yet, their return is long overdue. I fear that ill may have befallen them. For better or worse, we must ascertain their fate. It is not too much to ask. I would have you aid us in the search. 5 scouts have ventured into Sapsa, all told. Here, take this flask of restorative to attend to those who may have been wounded. Though it pains me to even consider the notion, if they have perished, circumstances permitting, I would ask that you recover their bodies. By no means venture too deep into enemy territories, however. We can ill afford to lose you at this juncture. What juncture can you afford to lose me at? Alright. We fly. I'm playing like 7 different games where the jump button is A. And this is really throwing me off. Is this the place? The place with the things? I don't see any wounded scouts. Okay. Yeah, but where are they? I found you. Help somebody. Of all the times, forget the restorative. Get it together. Thank you. I owe you my life. We were ambushed by serpent reavers. Lightly armed as we are, we didn't stand a chance. I was able to flee this far, but the others were captured. They were taken to the serpent's tongue, I'm certain of it. I can make my own way back to the camp, but I fear the worst for my comrades. Save them. I beg of you. I might. You're fine, just try to have fun. I am having fun. Making good content is fun for me. Oop-a-doop-a-doo. Hello, everybody. Ow. Ah, corpses. My favorite. Ground Ravager. So you guys are not undead, are you? Like, you'd tell me if you were. You just hopped into the game yourself. You're level 42. The level 28 story quest. Yeah, you mentioned that earlier. Oh, I didn't pick up the corpse all the way. I gotta poke it a few times, make sure he's dead. Hey, you alright, buddy? You're playing an archer? How is archer? I haven't played archer since the game first came out like 14 years ago. Like, I feel like it would be fun. I've got the urge to arch. The arch urge. If you will. I feel like Final Fantasy does the overpowered early game a lot better than a lot of other MMOs. Like, I can't even remember like the name of that the last one I played. It was like a martial arts one. And like the beginning just felt so pointless. Like you were just so grossly overpowered. And the story wasn't interesting enough to carry it. Like, this game at least does a good job of, like, making you level sync for the interesting parts. Your return, thank the navigator. When I learned that you went to the Serpent's Tongue by yourself, I feared you would meet an untimely demise. But tell me, what became of the others? Got him. Dear God, these wounds were not intended to kill, but to torture and maim. Is there savagery no bound? Enemies or no, they go too far. I dread to think what may have become to the two who remain unaccounted for. I pray they haven't suffered the same evil fate. At the very least, one of my men came back alive, and for that, I owe you my thanks. The price we paid was dear, but we have the intelligence we need. Even as we speak, the Admiral finalizes the details of the operation. The war horns will sound any moment now. Be ready to sally forth when they do. It's the only way I know how to sally. I haven't changed my jewelry in a while. Hang on. There we go. You have to get back to work. It was nice being here for a bitty. Have a lovely day. You too. Thrice damn fishback bastards. I'll kill them slowly and then chase their rotten souls through all 7 hells. All of them. Peace, Commander. We're here for a purpose, and vengeance is not it. I want your mind on the task at hand, savvy? My apologies, Admiral. You may count on me to keep a clear head. Good. According to our sole surviving scout, the Sahagin, and their thralls have already begun to amass at the Aetheryte in the depths of the Sapsa. If we are to act, it must be now. Have the men are ready, but we await your orders, Admiral. As predicted, the Sahagin have tightened security in and around the spawning grounds. A frontal assault is like to be met with fierce resistance. But we're not so artless as that, Commander. We shall divide our forces and strike them hard and fast at key locations. Remember, our ultimate objective is to take the Sapsa Aetheryte and eliminate the Sahagin priest presiding over the summoning. We're not here to kill them all. The maelstrom shall engage and distract the Sahagin's legion of drowned pirates at the Serpent's Tongue. Commander, you have charge over this effort. Be mindful that the lay of the land there is devilish for attacking forces. Let the foreign levy spearhead the assault and have subsequent units fan out to cover their flanks. At the self-same moment, a diversionary squad formed of galleons from the Crimson Fleet shall harry the enemy from offshore. In likewise, we Scions shall form smaller units in the hopes of confusing the Sahagin defensive effort. Old and Y'shtola, the two of you are to make your way to the site of the summoning ritual. The Admiral's diversion should serve to thin the enemy's defenses, rendering your path less perilous. A small party, I believe, should be able to win through without drawing unwarranted attention. Thancred and Yugiri, your mission is to lure as many Sahagin as possible out of the spawning grounds. Having done so, take to your heels and circle around to join the infiltration unit of Y'shtola and Old. When all has been set in motion, I shall cut a path to the Aetheryte, accompanied by Lady Minfilia, as was agreed. Well, don't let me keep you, friends. To battle! When last did we fight side by side, Old? Too long ago, I warrant. Come, let us away. Oh yeah, you did help me, like, once. Was it like the Gobu fight? At the very beginning of the game? Because I don't think she helped me since then. And if the story quest is the same for all, I wonder if people who didn't start in Limsa had slightly different dialogue options there. Go through the first checkpoint. Okay. But... first checkpoint? Is this a checkpoint? Alright, help me out here. Show me the map. It's hidden under the icon. Well, part of the reason you picked Archer was because you thought it'd be super easy, and it's proven to be that for you. You're mostly just positioning and spamming buttons. Yeah, physical ranged melee, or physical ranged, is super easy. Or the easiest. Because you don't have to, like, sit through casting times. It's easier to dodge around. And being DPS, you only have to focus on one thing, and that's hitting people as hard as possible. And not standing in the ick. That's actually kind of why I saved DPS for later in the game. Let's see. Range physical classes are always easier for not interrupting your damage to dodge. Archer Bard have some difficulty because you have buffs and dots to refresh. So like Machinist, Machinist would be one that actually probably matters a little bit. Sahag girls, how you doing? Do you mind? Doink. Trying to think of other ranged classes. I think Dancer's probably pretty easy. Machinist is weird. It's not super hard, but it's super busy. Wait. Yar the Wavefield, he seems big. Think Dancer is the easiest? Yeah. It's also one of the funnest, in my opinion. More? I don't know, it might be the one of the funnest because it's easiest. I just like pressing the pretty buttons that light up. But yeah, I kind of strategized like the classes I'm picking for each expansion in that way. I try to pick one that fits, but I'm starting with the easiest content with like the hardest classes to play right. Like hardest would probably be healer, but I didn't want to start with healer. I wanted to start with warrior because they've got kind of a self-sustainability that might come in handy later if we ever have like some super big problems where we need to solo content in some weird way. I really haven't seen much of the self-healing though, as far as I know, and shame on me for not reading my tooltips. This is the only attack I have that heals myself. It doesn't heal for that much. What does this do? No, it's just the Cyclone. Like, there's definitely a chance that I am just flat out playing wrong. Alrighty, Stola. Hey, what happened to you? Get aided. It's mostly at much higher level. Yeah, I kind of figured. Pray do not concern yourself, 'twas but a glancing blow. Come, the Aetherite is close at hand, let us press on. You saw the fat Chocobo mountain action. Majestic. Isn't it beautiful?
Damn them. They have made thralls of soldiers and civilians both.
Sahag get wrecked.
Did I miss much?
Yeah. I think that settles it. I think I'm gonna go ninja for Stormblood. She's just too cool, you know?
So that is how you fight in the Far East. Mental note, pick no quarrel with Domans. But seriously, if I am to keep up, I must needs forsake elegance for efficiency.
I want to do that.
To the Aetheryte!
Self-healing comes later. You'll unlock a skill that lets you heal on every enemy you hit. Oh, that sounds great. Yeah. That's definitely broken. Never mind, now I want to be a
You'll
machinist.
forgive me my lateness.
Which class has dual sawed-offs? Because that sounds rad.
I've been something of a liability of late, I know. 'Tis high time I set about making amends.
Long have you shriveled swordwalkers tormented our kind. But no more! Your time is at an end! You shall perish with salt in your wounds and sea in your lungs. Lord of the world, hearken to our plea. Lord of the world, deliver us from our misery.
Do you feel that?
I know this sensation. It's the echo.
What?
What?
Ah! Such power! It is transcendent!
You transcend it, all right. Now I am Crabhead.
7 hells.
Strike me down if you will. It is futile! I have mastered the gift. I am eternal! O mighty Leviathan, ruler of the seas, born of waters primordial, I offer unto you this frail flesh, that you might grant your faithful servants deliverance. I beseech you, come forth!
I feel like we gave up on the
Now I
shooting I'm
damn
playing a little too earlier. A little too early. Well, never mind. Apparently we're still into it. You know what? Merle Weeb, smartest character in the game.
Foolish Shorewalker! You cannot kill that which is eternal!
Can't shoot it a bunch, though.
Heavens forfend.
Damn it all!
My being ebbs away. It should by right be infinite. Am I not immortal? Curse you, emissary! You promised me everlasting.
Psha. Oh, whoops. What hath happened?
Where did he go?
What say you? Nary a single ship? Hells take that sea demon! Gather the survivors and get to shore. Leave the wrecks for the pirates.
I just wanted to take a screenshot.
Leviathan
But
wastes
that didn't
no
ruin
time.
it for you.
The diversionary squadron is lost. For a mercy, 'twould seem the primal now makes for open sea. But why does he not press his advantage? Unless... God save us. He means to unleash a tidal wave.
Yeah, let me test my screenshotting. That wasn't it. Yeah, this is new. Apparently print screen became a hotkey for the snipping tool. I don't agree to that. Some weird Windows update. Oh. My alarm telling me I have to take the kids to school, but they do not have school today. Understand, I speak of no normal wall of water. That which Leviathan makes ready to conjure carries more destructive power than aught seen in nature. Enough to raise entire coastal settlements. In his last attempt if his last attempt is any guide, we cannot suffer history to be repeated. Yet how in the seven hells are we to prevent it? We're gonna need a bigger boat. I've seen the print screen snip tool thing. It's like a Windows 11 thing. I feel like it wasn't doing that earlier in my Final Fantasy playthrough. An ad break. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer because apparently print screen is the screenshot button for Final Fantasy 14. Maybe I could remap that. Keybind. Shortcuts. Chat system. Is it in here somewhere? Not targeting. Not shortcuts. You're back? Welcome back. I was looking for the screenshot button. There it is. Take screenshot. Assign a key by pressing it. F12. Used for target nearest NPC or object. I will never use it for that, so... Just a simple test. There we go. Pictures. Now it matches the Steam overlay hotkey. Though our plight cries out for action, we must take thought. As long as Leviathan remains an open sea, he is effectively beyond our reach. Our fleet is second to none. Of that you may be sure, but Limlane herself would struggle to best the Lord of Whirl in his element. In a straight fight, he would make meat and matchwood of us. You need another plan. That much is plain. Let us return to Limsa and see if we cannot think of one. Shall await you in the command room. Doop doo doo doop doop doop. Can I not hop off here? Whee! Warriors barely even need healing at level 90. You practically go to sleep healing them. I don't know if I read that out or not. But, yeah. That makes sense. And I feel like it's kind of necessary. Like, it's an easy button for people who get stuck in the game. And that's kind of why I'm leveling it up first, just so I have it in the back pocket. You're expected in the command room. Pray do not keep the Admiral waiting. Like, when we go healer, we're going to get something a lot more challenging. We're going to go Astrologian, which I feel like is the most challenging healer. I might be wrong on that one.
There used to be a hamlet beyond South Tidegate in western Lanosha. Halfstone, 'twas called. Some years prior to the Maelstrom's founding, Leviathan rose from the briny depths and set about unleashing watery hell upon us. On that occasion, the company of heroes put him down before he could do too much damage. But when the bastard came next, this time in the wake of the calamity, we were not so fortunate. Weary of ravaging our shoreline, he summoned a tidal wave which fair leveled Halfstone and washed the soil away for good measure.
The area was subsequently occupied by the Sahagin.
Aye, the thrice-damned creatures transformed it into a spawning ground for their brood. Given the quantity of crystals stolen to feed him and his legion of thralls, we can be fairly sure that Leviathan is stronger now than in his previous incarnations. If that sea demon is left to wreak havoc, what befell Halfstone may well befall a larger settlement, even Limsa. That cannot happen. The primal must be stopped.
That was ever our objective, Admiral. But how are we to achieve it? The sea is Leviathan's uncontested domain. The ships of the 3rd Squadron could not close to within 100 yards of the primal, nor could their cannons pierce his defenses.
I have read the reports, Master Thancred. Our warships may as well have been bloody pleasure barges for all the good they did. 7 hells! Is there no way that we might strike back?
The company of heroes defeated Leviathan, having first lured him into an inlet, but we must needs contend with him upon the open sea. It will avail us little to consult past experience.
Admiral, if I may.
Speak freely, Marshal.
By all accounts, Leviathan's most formidable weapon is the very sea itself. Waves and whirlpools, tides and currents, all these things are his to command. The key to victory, I believe, lies in disarming our foe. This, in effect, is what the company of heroes achieved with their ruse. We cannot lure Leviathan from the sea a second time. But what if we could weaken his hold upon the element of water? I have heard of devices capable of such wonders. They draw upon the power of corrupted crystals, I am told. If mounted upon a ship, such a device might be used to prevent Leviathan from bringing the full force of the sea to bear against us, rendering him no more dangerous than any other sea serpent.
Of course! Sid built a similar device to grant the Enterprise safe passage through Garuda's Tempest, did he not?
Begging your pardon, my lady, but to give credit where it's due, this is something I heard from an old arcanist friend of mine.
It makes little difference who thought of it first, so long as it works. Beg the specifications of this device from your friend, and I shall pass them on to our people at Naldic and Vermelis. But before we proceed any further, I would voice one concern. Piercing Garuda's defenses is one thing. Suppressing Leviathan's attacks, quite another. In matters of science, I am as a babbling babe, but I cannot well imagine that such a feat would be possible without a veritable mountain of corrupted crystals. The question being, do we have a ship big enough to bear such a burden?
Mayhap not, Admiral, but two might. Recall you the tale of Mistbeard's greatest haul? It is said that he lashed two ships together, side by side, the better to bear his plunder. By your leave, we might attempt to repeat the trick. The gods know it would be quicker than building a new vessel.
Mistbeard did this. Truly, Marshal, upon the subject of the Pirate King, you are as a scholar.
Now, from what I have gleaned of these matters,
He's
the
watched all
device
of
will
One
need to be in
Piece.
close and constant proximity to the target. To wit, we must lash our twin vessel to Leviathan. This in itself will be no small feat. Ramming speed will be required, but given the weight of the cargo, that will only be attainable with the aid of a towing vessel.
You have my permission.
Suffice it to say, the task of piloting said vessel will entail considerable danger, and I would not ask it of another. I volunteer myself.
'Twill be dangerous for all involved, but we have no better recourse. Very well. Commodore, assemble the remnants of the fleet at Morabee Bay. Give priority to our soundest vessels. The repairs can wait. Storm Marshal Slafirson, command of the operation is yours. I want that twin vessel ready to sail post-haste.
At once, Admiral.
He keeps giving me the bedroom
And then
eyes.
there is the small matter of slaying the beast. The fate of Limsa Lominsa rests upon your shoulders once again. Go well, Warrior of Light.
I think Slaff's beard got a crush on me. Astro is busy if you play it well. You find the scholar mechanically harder, and you're more of a sage main yourself? Yeah, I just like the concept of fighting with tarot cards. Beings held as gods also exist in what you call the Far East. Legends tell us that they walked among us in days of yore, but I can confess that I never truly believed them. I should live to behold that I should live to behold one is humbling and horrifying in equal measure. Now that I've come to face with a primal, I do begin to understand why Garleans fear them so. What is it? A message, Admiral. I judged it best that it be delivered at once. I'm listening. According to the Yellow Jackets, a man has appeared who claims to have defeated Leviathan. One of the company of heroes? The details are yet hazy, Admiral. We dispatched one of our own to question the individual. I am disinclined to put store by his claim, and even should it be true, as it is as Y'shtola said, none save the company of heroes have bested Leviathan, and we know how they went about it. This man's of their number. What could he tell us that we do not know already? And yet, having wagered Limsa's survival on 2 ships, some rope, and a pile of crystals, can we afford to ignore this man? His testimony could yield us any manner of advantage, should we not hear it? Damn it all. The twin vessel will soon be ready. We have no time to wait for the Maelstrom's report on the supposed primal slayer's claims. Old, seek him out and learn what he knows. At the very least, it will spare you the torment of waiting for the reckoning in idleness. The man you're looking for is believed to be a resident of the Grey Fleet in Lower Lanaska. The storm private sent to question him should already be in the vicinity. May your journey prove fruitful. Alright. Lower Lanaska, you say? But where? Well, a long ways away from here. Let's have a lovely flight. Can you just fly across the ocean? That makes things easier. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to Astro, because I always enjoyed the concept of fighting with tarot cards. And there have been very few games that let you do that. Shadowheart's Covenant was one. I really enjoyed that. I don't know, I like the gambling fighters. Like drawing cards or rolling dice or flipping coins. And Final Fantasy always had like a gambler class or job. Or, I say always. Sometimes they did. And they were fun, like Setzer in Final Fantasy VI. But I also really liked, who am I thinking of? I mentioned Shadowheart's Covenant. Echaflips in Dofus or Wakfu. I like their concept. Now look here, you. You'll have your bloody story right after you carry those sacks of grain over to the mill. But, sir, that's what you said before you had me pick those oranges for you. And before I mucked out the chocobo stables, and before I rolled that millstone over to the mill, and also before... Gods, man, I worked 3 days straight without a wink of sleep. 3 days! And you hear me complaining? But I suppose some of us just ain't made for the rougher stuff. Alright, I'll give you what you want. Never let it be said that Tractum ain't a generous soul. Now prick your ears up, because I won't be repeating myself. Too modest, see? Besides, there's only so much epicness a man can take in one sitting, you ken? Ahem. The tale of Tractum's epic victory over the dread primal Leviabetus. Now, Leviabetus is huge, make no mistake. To give you an idea of how big, each one of his scales is about as wide across as me members long, and that ain't no mean feat, let me tell you. He literally just made a reference to his penis. When I fought him, I could barely see for all the brine he was pelting me with. Must have been a lagoon's worth at least. He even knocked me trusty axe out of my hands at one stage. Of course, that proved to be a grave mistake. What happened next? Well, I grabbed him by the tail and tied him up in knots. Not wanting to take all the glory for myself, I let me mates in the company of heroes handle the rest. Like I said, I'm modest as well as heroic. Mayhap too modest. Now, there's some as say you can never truly beat Leviabetus, that you gotta learn to live with him and make a best of a bad situation. Not the company, though. Ugh! It's you! I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I was just enjoying the attention is all. I take back everything I said. I was never part of the company of heroes. I'm no more Hutter. I'm actually a complete coward. I'm nothing but I'm chocobo dung. No, I'm the maggots you find wriggling in the chocobo dung. I have to lie to women to tumble them, and that don't happen much. Me member's tiny. It's pathetic. I sure as hell didn't fight Leviabetus, but I have seen him with me own eyes. 'Twas a fair few years back. I was working as a baker's hand. I was shirking my duties one day, loitering about the harbor when I saw it. A great big massive sea serpent some moms off the coast, with a fleet of galleons making straight for it, cannons firing. I was so bloody scared I soiled myself right there and then. What? Oh, God's just remembering that day makes me soil myself all over again. Hey, wait. If you're here asking about Leviabetus, that means you're planning to fight him, ain't you? Well, take care. He really is terrible. Dreadful, I tell you. If you're not careful, you'll end up in his gullet or at the bottom of the sea. Why, you worthless lying whoreson. I can't believe you made me handle chocobo dung. Old, this is Minfilia. Were you able to learn aught of use against Leviathan? Beg your pardon? Leviabetus? I see. That's unfortunate. At any rate, we have tidings for you. The twin vessel is now complete. We await you at the Moraby dry docks. Pray make your way here as soon as you're able. Doop-a-doop-a-doo-ba-loop, boop, boop. Oh, it is right there, isn't it? Wobble, 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 wobble. Majestic. Hard to keep straight, though. Let's graze the water. Whoosh. Trick fly through here. Woo! Gotta have fun with it. I'm told your jaunt to the Grey Fleet. I'm told your jaunt to the Grey Fleet proved fruitless. My sympathies, lad. I'll wager it served to take your mind off of the recent events. The event of recent days, though. But enough of that nonsense. The moment of truth is upon us. The twin vessel, the Worrel Eater, I call her, is complete. She surpasses all my expectations. In addition to her prodigious tonsage, she has been fitted with a platform that you and yours might maneuver freely in the battle. I would mention, also, she is nigh unsinkable, but I'm not one to tempt fate. The Whirl Eater and her crew, stand ready, my friend. Just give the words and we shall bear you to Leviathan. What time is it? Do I have to get ready for work? How ready do I need to get for work? Pretty ready. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it here. I'm very sorry. But next Friday, we will fight Leviathan, and it will be glorious. And I will be dressed all pretty. I'll glamour up for the occasion. I might even figure out how to use materia. Who knows? Anyway, thank you so much. I hope you had a great time. And I will be back later. Actually, later tonight, if you guys want to watch, I'm playing Silent Hill 2. And I think if we're lucky, we can finish it up tonight. And that'll be fun. Failing that, I'll see you next week. Alright, stick around. We'll find somebody to raid. I believe Sandra likes to play Final Fantasy XIV on the weekend, so let's send her a raid. She is somewhere very colorful. It looks like she's in Fall Guys. Alright, say hi to Sandra for me.